the Gambia, west coast of Africa. In all of my vlogging days, this was by far the most challenging country I've filmed in, while maintaining respect for the people and its culture. I spent 2 weeks travelling down the coastline of this country, from north to south with my friend Omar. Travelling with Omar allowed me to feel comfortable filming and visiting places that most tourists wouldn't be able to. He introduced me to his friends, family, local areas and ways of life here on the west coast of Africa. I visited a fair few countries here in Africa, but this is the first one I've filmed, but oftentimes I got told to stop filming.
Big man, what is this camera?
Hopefully, this series will give you a good insight into how life is here, both beautiful and difficult. Welcome to the Gambia, smiling coast of Africa. Good morning, folks. Good morning. Nice sleep last night in the tent. In the little hut we were sleeping in. Sorry, the tent was the other night, wasn't it? A couple of nights ago. Yeah, man, very nice, very quiet. A little bit warm, no fan or AC, obviously. So I was a little bit sweaty, but I'm getting used to it now. But today, at midday, we're going to head off. We're going back to the town. So we're just having a bit of breakfast here. Okay folks, as usual, change of plan. So let me try and explain this as simple as possible. I wanted to go up to Senegal via the beach, basically, with a motorbike. The tide's in, it's high, so it's not possible to go along the beach on the motorbike right now, obviously because the water's in. The road that goes up into Senegal, into the Senegal part of this island, is just pure sand, so the motorbikes don't go up the middle, they either go up this bit here, which is Shingle Beach, full of shells, or they go to the beach that we were at yesterday because the sand's hard, so they go up and down either side parallel, and then when they get to where they want to go, they cut in to the land on the sand roads to get where they want to. So to go to Senegal, I can't do it this side, and on the beach side it's not possible to go up to Senegal because there's so much like debris and wood and everything in the way, you can't do it. So we're basically going to go straight down to Barra. All good, bro?
Mm-hmm.
Good?
All good?
Good. So yeah, what we're going to do, we're not going to go up to Senegal now, we haven't really got the time either. So, but instead of getting the car like we got yesterday, we found a local little boy. He's about 14 years old, I'd say. He's got a motorbike and he's going to give us a lift all the way to Barra along the beach, which is costing a lot less as well. So should be an interesting ride. It's about 7 kilometers long, all the way along the beach from here to Barra, so that should be just as exciting. I really wanted to go to Senegal, but sometimes things just don't happen, folks. Anyways, we're just waiting for the lad now with the motorbike and then we'll be off on our way. Okay, so the lad hasn't turned up on his bike, so we're going to having to find him. But we're passing by the mosque anyway, there you go. That's the mosque that we saw last night from the opposite side. Let's go and see if we can find this lad. Hello. Beautiful little kids, man. Beautiful little kids. Hello. Hello. Plenty of goats chilling out today. While the football's not on, they make the most of the ground. Check these little things out, man. So cute. Working? Yeah, moving blocks. Nice. Have a good day. Have a good day, bro. Proper cute little lads working there, you see them? They're shifting building blocks with a donkey from one point to another, starting their working life. Okay, so we're not getting picked up from our place. It seems we're walking all the way to the beach again, which is a pleasant walk, man. Pleasant, but it's getting hot now. It's getting towards midday. So we're back at Jinak Lodge. Do you remember this place yesterday? Beach is just here. Hoping the taxi driver's going to be here. I just get a feeling he won't be. It's never simple here, folks. It's never simple. But let's see, eh? Anyway, the beach is looking pretty nice today. So that's the way we're headed on the motorbike, all the way along the coast here. I can see a motorbike in the distance there now. Something different, never done that before. So anyways, there's a guy here. Maybe we're going to get one of these guys instead. Yeah. Vamos. So we've just got to this little spot here, and now we have to take this little bike ferry over for $20, but we have to wait for our turn. Hey bro. So we just wait here.
You have a nice camera.
Cheers, bro. Thank you, bro. There we go. Another little boat trip, unexpected. Now we're walking to Barra, I believe. That was nice. That was nice. What an experience.
Slow.
port now. Hopefully we don't have to wait long for a boat, because we know how it can be here, don't we? They have to fill the boats up with people and stuffs. Anyways, let's see how we go. This is the goat, lots of goating going on here. They have a lot of goats here, if you saw that then. I mean in pens, and when we were here yesterday I didn't get to film it because it was a bit hard, but you saw the goats at the boat, didn't you? I took some footage of that. Well, they lift them onto their back and put them onto the boat, basically like a child, and the goats just deal with it. They're just very calm, don't put up a fight. It's crazy. I wish I could have filmed it, but there's no way, man. There's way too many people, and yeah, it's just not possible in some places, you know. This is our boat here. He said it's ready to go now, so let's see how long now is. Okay, so the guy said it was ready to go, but it wasn't, nowhere near ready. But this young lad is offered to take his privately for $400. So it's just about £5. So yeah, man, we're going to do that. Save waiting about. We could be here for hours. Okay, bro, let's go. Okay? This is how we do it in the Gambia, yeah?
Yeah, man. The Gambia.
This is how we get to the boat.
We are going to be the Gambia, you know.
Strong boys here, they're very strong boys.
Yeah, very strong, yeah, man.
Just don't drop me, bro. I'm trusting you here.
Yeah, man.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, man. Happy to you, you know.
Thank you, bro.
I'm
Thank you
happy,
so
yes.
much. Hey,
I'm
bro.
happy.
You good?
Okay.
Thank you. Hey, how are you? Back on the mainland, folks, back on the mainland. Heading back to where?
Banjul.
Banjul. Yeah, this is Banjul now. Anyways, we're on our way back to Kololi, where the fun began. Back to the hustle and bustle of Banjul. A little bit different to the island, eh? Taxi number 1. Yeah. Taxi number 1. Nearly getting myself run over here. That was taxi number 1. Hot as, folks. The only window that didn't open in the car was my side. Nothing goes straight forward here, I'm telling you that. So Omar's gone to find a taxi. We just got out that one a little bit earlier because the queue was huge. And it was so hot in there, man. Like I was just saying, I had the only window that wouldn't open in the car. Wow, man. Could just about breathe. So now we're waiting for taxi number 2 to take us to Manjai, which is the area where Omar's from. So I'm just getting a little bit of shade here, the little bit of shade that I can find. And Omar will probably find a taxi a little bit cheaper because he's not with me as well. So win-win. Anyway, just taking in these sights, folks. Very busy. Good morning, folks. Good morning. Bit of a late one last night. Had a really good night, reggae night. Woo. It went off. We got back about 5 AM. But we've just got out now. Sorry if you can hear the generator in the back. The power's off, so they've got the generator going. We're just heading off now to meet Omar's lifeguard friends down at the beach. Gonna spend a few hours there. They're having like a meeting, and they have a little gathering where they all collect the trash off the beach. Basically, all the lifeguards get together and get rid of all the trash. So we're gonna meet them now. Gonna head down there and get some breakfast. Man, I'm starving. Like I say, the power's been off, so I haven't been able to do anything. Anyways, what do you reckon to the new Ray-Bans? Original Ray-Bans that I bought from the beach. £4. Original?
What?
They're definitely original, these, aren't they? Anyway, let's go. Okay, so we've just come to buy some rice for Omar's friends. I wanted to contribute to these guys, and Omar says the best thing I can buy them is a huge bag of rice. That'll keep them going, fed, you know. Like I explained, they're like a big community. They just eat together all the time, you know, so they're always trying to find bits of food and things like that. So he says, I was going to buy them a tent. I was going to kind of contribute towards a tent for them. They need a new tent. But he said food is a lot more needed now. So we're just here at the superstore or whatever shop, buying a big stack of rice. I think it's a 25 kilo bag or 50 kilo. And then we're going to get a taxi, hopefully, from here up to the beach. So here's the sacks of rice. I think they're 50 kilo because they're pretty heavy. Oh yeah, it says there that 50. Okay, so they were taking way too long in the shop. Omar got a bit he didn't want to wait about, basically, so we've left, and I've just said I'll give them the cash. Instead of getting the bag of rice, they can just get it themselves, you know, so they can go to a shop and choose whatever they want. So that's the plan. We're in a bit of a rush, like I say, woke up a bit late and all of that jazz, so we're just getting a taxi now up to the beach, I think. Nah. Here we go, taxi. Cheers, bro. There we go, that was quick. Man, it's a hot one today. It's getting proper humid here now, like. The rain's due. Happy little dogs, you see? Homeless but happy. Like me, I guess. So, stop number 2. Stopping at another shop. He seems to stop at shops for individual things, basically. So I just said, are we going to the beach yet? But no, we're back at a shop. This is the life in Africa. Nothing's simple, you know? You can't just get one thing in one shop. It's kind of, you get one thing in one shop, you have to go to another shop for something else. A little bit like that, you know. So anyways, the beach is just right there. Got a posh hotel here. I'm not sure of the name of it. I don't think I can see it. Yes, African Princess. Looks very posh. There's some quite nice little places on the beach here, actually. If you want your fancy holiday, you don't have to do it rough. You can actually do it in luxury as well. So something to bear in mind, folks. Something to bear in mind if you need your little luxuries. So just coming to the beach now. A couple of little artisan shops here. Yeah, man. The area is called Palmarima. That's what's the name of the whole area, and Palmarima Beach, obviously. So yeah, man. See all of his friends down there already. Waiting for Omar because he's late. Bad boy. So all of his friends are just behind here. It's chilling. Some guys selling some juices here. Fresh fruit all up here. Hello. Some woman selling all artisan stuff. I'll be back. Calling me over. So it's going to be busy today, I think, folks, because it's the weekend. So anyways, wow, all the boys are here. I'm going to put the camera down, okay? Okay, so while Omar's doing this thing with the boys, I'm going to go and get myself some breakfast. I'm starving. He doesn't have breakfast. I might have mentioned that in another video, but he's not that bothered by breakfast, so but I'm pretty peckish, folks, so Anyways, look, here's the fruit market. All fresh fruit here. And you got the market here, selling all bits. Massage. Ooh, massage. That's a potential. Anyway, do you remember this place? Looking stunning today, man. Look at this. Absolutely beautiful, yeah? I think I'm going to go here for some brekkie, see what's on the menu. I'm just going to mention one thing as well. Omar and his friends were talking the other day about Red Cross who have come here, yeah? And they're kind of promoting themselves as the lifeguards here, and Omar and his friends are saying they don't do anything here, they're just trying to make themselves look good, you know? They really don't like it. They won't support... Alright bro, Omar's calling me. But they won't support the local lifeguards. They don't fund them, they don't do anything for these local guys. Them guys you just saw there, they don't help them at all. The Red Cross have come here, big posters everywhere, big banners, fancy t-shirts and stuff, and just stand on the beach, you know? So they're not happy about it. Anyway, let me go and see what Omar wants.
Fajara. At least because duty board you can control sign to them law. You show up on
So Omar called me back because I wanted to contribute a bit of I was talking about getting the rice, yeah, so I wanted to give them the money. So while they were all there, Omar kind of got me up in the middle of everyone and kind of give it to the guy that runs it, basically the runner of the lifeguard thing. So man, they were all so happy, do you know what I mean? I'll put the picture up now that they took. They all wanted a photo together and all that. That wasn't my doing, folks. I didn't ask for that. They all wanted, you know, to have a photo as a memory of that moment, you know. So beautiful, man, so beautiful. It's quite emotional actually, really, you know. You just see how happy they are with the contribution of a bag of rice and enough for some oil as well, cooking oil. That's the main things that they need. So that's the staple. But yeah, folks, that's blown me away, to be honest with you. These guys are just fantastic, you know, absolutely fantastic people. Like, anyway, I'm gonna grab myself some breakfast now. Oh man, get these shoes off. I cut my foot when we were in that place below Carton. I cut my foot on a shell quite bad underneath, and so when I'm walking on sand it's quite painful. I wasn't sure if it was infected, to be honest, at one point, because it was really painful, but so I can't walk on sand basically, so I'm having to wear my shoes at the moment. My feet are sweaty as, so I'm just gonna get my feet in the sand for a little while I can. Yeah, the power's gone out there, so I've got to move on to the next place basically. I got nice and comfortable there, folks, but yeah, they told me to go to a place called Solomon's here, so I'm going there, down here somewhere. Okay man, so if you can see them women behind me there, under the little umbrella, they're probably too far away now. Ah, the sand's hot, man. Didn't put my shoes back on. I should have put my shoes on. Hang on, let me run real fast because that is fucking absolutely roasting. Woo-hoo-hoo. Oh my days, folks. I just burnt the bottom of my feet big time. Anyway, I was just saying, they didn't have any power there, so I've had to come to this little place. And I got very comfortable then, unfortunately. I'm gonna have to run to there. I don't think I'm supposed to walk through here, to be honest, but I need to keep in the shade, folks. My feet are burning like mad. The sand is hot. Anyway, I think beyond this little door here is Solomon, I hope. Anyway, let's go check it out. Hello.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. I'm alright for now, thank you.
Anytime you need, you can.
Yeah, man, thank you. Is this is Solomon's here, yeah? Yeah, man. Okay, thank you very much.
You're highly welcome here.
Cheers, thank you. Yeah, we're at Solomon's here, so breakfast time. Hopefully they've got a bit of power here. Let's go and find out. Here we go, this is the view from Solomon's. Very nice, man, on a nice little terrace here. Beautiful, eh? So I'm saying you can do it quite fancy here. There's a hotel I can see there. It's the one that we were looking at before. African Princess, I think it's called. But they've got a pool there and a nice glass front so you can see out onto the beach from inside there, you know. So yeah, man, there's some really plush little places here too. And cheap. It's cheap when you come here, you know, to eat. Like I'm ordering a panini now, it's £3. A juice is just about £1. So an omelette was £3, I think. So yeah, and this is quite a fancy place, you know. So if you go to it, the place where I just went there, and the omelette was $225 instead of $300 here. So this is more expensive, I think, because it's a more touristic place. The other place is a bit more local. So I do like to support the local places, but this is pretty local too. Do you know what I mean? Anyways, here we go. There's one of Omar's friends. Look, that's Pap. Pap from the fish, you know, down from Captain's. That's Pap, man. So they're all doing their thing here. Yes, not a bad way to spend my last day, folks. I can't say I'm looking forward to going home too much. Okay, so I went for the bacon, egg and cheese panini, but there was no bacon, so I've had an egg and cheese panini. Quite often they have ingredients missing from things that they have on menus, you know. So I went to one place and they had about 5 juices on offer, so I was like, which one should I go for? Chose one, and he comes back, he's like, no, we don't have that one. So I chose another one, he was like, no, we don't have that one. I said, which ones do you have? He said, just orange juice. Yeah, anyways, it's tasty though, it's very tasty, seriously tasty. I just wanted to see how they did the panini here, because if you watch, I love paninis, like, and I always like to try and if they do them on the menu anywhere, I like to get, especially a bacon brie and cranberry. If I see that on the menu, I have to get it. But so I wanted to see how they do it here. So that's it. That's the reason I chose this. Anyway, provecho. As I'm eating here, I just remembered what I was going to tell you before I burnt my feet off. Totally got sidetracked by that, man. Probably burnt my feet. Anyway, as I was here, I was just saying to Omar before, I was like, oh man, could do with a good massage actually on my neck and my shoulders, like. Anyway, just talking, I just mentioned it, and as I was just coming out of the back there, and a woman came up to me. Hello, massage. I do massage here. So she does it for $1,000, which is just over £10, about £11, say, for a half an hour full body. So it's right on the beach here. Might have to do that, folks. Might have to do that. Ever get the feeling you're being watched? Yeah, so I'm just sat here and I can see 1, 2, 3, 5 of the lifeguard guys right out in the ocean there. They've got one surfboard out there, one paddleboard, and they're all just exercising basically. They're just swimming across the ocean there, and then in the distance you can see the tower just there. And there's about 4 of them just hanging out up there, and we can see another 2 just in the ocean here. So they're all doing their thing here, man, do you know what I mean? It's so nice to see. I'm just kind of like a fly on the wall here, watching them all in the distance there, in the distance there, in the distance there. It's what they do every day, man. Voluntary, you know? No pay, just the goodness of their hearts. Respect to them, man. Well, that was that. Beautiful. Beautiful. So I just met this guy on the beach here. What's your name, bro?
Body.
Body.
Yeah.
And I just bought these little instruments. Listen to them.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I never
bro.
see you this kind of camera.
Thank you, bro.
Yes, I don't never see kind of this camera.
No?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, post the CD.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a GoPro.
Yeah.
Called GoPro.
Yeah, go.
Aha.
Very nice one.
Oh man, seriously, thank you so much,
Yes,
Forty.
man, I
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, thank you.
What a legend, what a legend.
Yeah. Alright.
Hey man.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All the best, yeah? All the best. I'll see you next time, bro.
Next time. I'm every day around here.
I'll see you next time I'm here.
I will say bye-bye to you.
Yeah, man.
Alright.
Peace, bro. Thank you so much.
What's your name?
Guy.
Guy.
Yeah.
I'm 40.
40.
Yeah.
I'll see you again, bro.
Nice to meet you guys.
Safe life, bro.
Protect your life.
Ah, what a legend, man. Here's, oh man, there we go. So yesterday, a young guy called Alaji that's hanging out at the, well, he's a fisherman at Captain's. You see all of this land here? It's all growing fresh vegetables. It goes way back. You might see the wall at the back there. I didn't bring my camera here last night when he took me around, and I felt quite intrusive because you might be able to see a woman just right about there. She's gardening. They tend to it quite a lot. But they're just growing fresh produce there, man, for the local people, you know. It's like a community thing. They grow it, and then the local people that don't have a lot of money, they come here and they get whatever they want, like aubergine or whatever they want, and then they just give a little bit of money or whatever they can afford, you know. So it's like a community garden. Unbelievable, man. There's so much growing on. Got so much growing there. I forget half of the stuff, to be honest with you, but everything that they need pretty much is in there, is in that garden there. Yeah, so when I was walking there yesterday, it's not the kind of place I can just walk on my own, do you know what I mean? Because they're wondering why I'm there. It's just a garden. But when I was with Alaji, he took me there, and they kind of looked at me a little bit strange, but they were very welcoming, you know. But anyways, I just wanted to show you that, guys, how, I don't know, they just look after themselves here, man. It's just unbelievable. Well, folks, this is the last time I'm going to see this beach for a while. Time to say goodbye to the coast of Gambia. Just said goodbye to Pop. There's a lot of stuff I can't film here because it's just it's quite personal, you know, like you just can't get your camera out all the time. So, but this is my last view of here for now. We're going to say goodbye to the captain and all of the guys at the fishing place here. You know the place. I'm gonna say goodbye to all these guys, then we're gonna head back to my place, pack up a little bit, try and find a ride to the to the airport. If I don't get that, then I'm stuck here, which isn't such a bad thing. But anyways, folks, unless I do any more filming while I'm here, which I don't think I will, take care of yourselves. I hope you've enjoyed the journey. I hope you've enjoyed this amazing African experience, and I hope it's inspired you guys to come here. If it hasn't, well, I think you should anyways. Alright folks, until the next time, take care and have fun.